Identity refers to the way someone's gender, race, disability, sexuality, nationality, or age affects their ability to access food.
The elderly are having a hard time.
Most of the businesses, stores, and operations are owned by Caucasian people.
We have to be careful on, dietary needs, because I'm a diabetic and my daughter has her own food allergies.
They say, there's a black person, he might be coming to steal rather than to really buy food in here.
We see identities, the qualities, beliefs, personalities, looks, and/or expressions that make a person or a group in a number of forms, whether that be race, age, gender, ability, class, culture, etc. Identity inevitably defines food access. Everyone has to eat, and our identities are intertwined with our preferences and also the barriers we encounter to access, choose, and prepare our foods. Are there culturally appropriate foods available for people where they live? So what does it look like for someone who is differently abled to access food? Are food spaces designed with them in mind? Do they have adequate transportation to those places? Does food packaging or service limit access in any way? How does it feel for someone who is Black, brown, or Latinx to enter predominantly white food spaces? Race as an access barrier is extremely prevalent in our food system, an issue we need to be discussing more openly and honestly. We need to understand the biases and inequities that continue to play out of historical injustice. Does segregation create barriers to food access in communities of color? Yes. Is everyone welcome to shop and peruse grocery aisles in the same way? No. Another identity is social class. How do low-income folks feel at farmers markets that are more easily accessible to wealthier segments of our communities? How might we think of the relationship between diet and class, and how these shape the values people attribute to different types of foods? One way that communities or grassroots organizations can address identity issues in our food system is to be intentionally inclusive of difference. We need to be asking who is at the table, who are we inviting to the conversation and solutions offered, and is everyone being heard? Which voices are dominating? Do we need to step forward or step back? And finally, are we intentional about including folks who face significant food access barriers? How can we support them, place them in positions of power and leadership to advocate on behalf of those whom they share an identity?